You know, Mark, sometimes I wonder that if the pandemic had struck India just 4 or 5 years earlier, we would have not been in as good a shape as what we are today with all the connectivity we have.
India is a very special and important country for us. Millions of people here use our products every day to stay in touch with friends and family, whether it's a WhatsApp message or a Facebook post or a photo on Instagram. And millions of small businesses across the country use WhatsApp Business and Messenger to reach customers, manage orders, and grow their businesses. And in fact, we actually test some of our new features here first before rolling them out globally. Prime Minister Modi's Digital India vision has opened up opportunities for the industry to partner with the government to accelerate growth and development through technology. And India is building local capabilities and tech capacity to power innovative new business models and provide Indian citizens access to digital and financial inclusion. So decisions that are made here shape the global discussion about how technology can drive more economic opportunity and better outcomes for people. So at Facebook, we like to say that we are in the business of serving small businesses, and nowhere is this more true than in India. This is especially important because small businesses here will be a key part of the global recovery going forward.
The most powerful idea that can propel India's growth is that young people can create great enterprises and new businesses. The sheer magnitude of COVID-19 pandemic, like everybody else in the world, did startle all of us in India. But then I think it is not in India's DNA to be deterred by a crisis. I firmly believe that a crisis is too precious to be wasted. Every crisis presents an opportunity for new growth. And India has faced the COVID crisis with enormous resilience and resolve. Right? Prime Minister Modi has led India from the front. And while we are not as rich a country as some of our Western counterparts, being fiscally prudent, he has taken steps to take care of our vulnerable. We have given free food for right up to December of this year to over 800 million Indians. 200 million citizens in India getting direct cash transfer of 1,500 rupees in their bank account. That is the digitally connected India. And now we are ready at pretty much par with the world to roll out one of the largest vaccine programs in the first half of 21. In Mumbai, we have built a hospital just dedicated to COVID. We have life sciences as part of our business. So we've tested up early on. We have produced PPEs. We are in the textile business in Reliance, and India did not have. We used to import all our protective gear from the external world. In a matter of months, as Reliance, we produced 100,000 PPEs, and we are now exporters from India. And this happened during the COVID time. Mark, sometimes I wonder that if the pandemic had struck India just 4 or 5 years earlier, we would have not been in as good a shape as what we are today with all the connectivity we have. And during the pandemic, India has attracted the largest foreign direct investment in its history. Mark, we have our own example of how Jio and Facebook concluded our partnership right in the middle of lockdown.
So One of the big opportunities that I see with this partnership, Facebook and Jio partnership, is the role that we can play together in supporting the millions of small businesses in India, especially now with the impact that COVID is having, and accelerating the move that a lot of businesses have from physical storefronts to digital ones in this digital future.
And I firmly believe that technology, with all the digitization steps that India has taken, will democratize wealth and value creation, right, for individuals and small businesses. To my mind, more wealth creation means more employment, more business. And we together and our platforms and the tools that we will provide to small businesses and to individual consumers, I believe will drive India to a 5 trillion economy and will make a much more equal India with more equal wealth growth at the bottom of the pyramid. Mark, I firmly believe that the next 2 decades, India will grow to be among the top 3 economies in the world, but more importantly, it will become a premier digital society. It will be a modern society with young people driving it, with young businesses driving it, and our per capita income will go from $1,800, $2,000 per capita to $5,000 per capita. Our mid-income or the middle class in India, which is about 50% of its total number of households, will grow to 3 to 4%. We also think that compute and very low latency compute is real, right? I think that there is a great opportunity for really bringing education and healthcare with the second generation reforms that were done in the last 6 months, right? We have a unique opportunity in terms of, and as Jio, we are connecting all the 1.9 million schools in India and the 58,000 universities. At any point in time, we will have in the coming decades about 200 million children or young adults between the age of 3 and 18 in our education system. And I think that in a span of 10 years, right, we can set for ourselves an objective really to reskill India, and the talent that you talked about, right, can improve 10x, right? Today, you're just seeing the creamy layer, but that's what technology can do to really make a better India and a better world. I really see the enterprise and the enthusiasm of young Indians and the aspirations of young Indians and their confidence, right? That is really driving India. And that is why I think that the next 2 decades are going to be historic in terms of the social and economic transformation.